I noticed that the classrooms were empty. The school children and their teachers were not here today. However, all indications pointed to the sad reality that academic work still goes on in the structure. So I stepped outside, still trying to locate the whereabouts of the school children. The structure serving the classroom block for the children is an abandoned Church of Pentecost building located at Kransang, a village in the Suhum municipality of the Eastern region. Class 1 and 2 pupils from the Kransang Presby Primary School had been occupying it as their classroom block for 3 years now. When I first visited the community in March 2019, the school children and their teachers had gone on COVID-19 break. However, parents and wards in the community could not hide their frustrations about the dilapidated nature of the classroom block in the community, which had continued to threaten the lives of their children for decades. I was told that the school block was constructed by the community people in 1952 through communal labor. According to the parents, the community had called on authorities to construct a new classroom block for the school, but to no avail. Their fear was that if nothing was done about the situation, the children would be compelled to return to it after the COVID-19 break.
The school building was constructed by the community through communal labor, but the structure has deteriorated for many decades now. So now, the youth say they can't do it anymore. We are now appealing for government to intervene. We have tried very hard to maintain the structure. Sometimes we go to the bush to cut wood to support the building. Carpenters from this community would also help in the work.
I have 2 children in the school. One is in class 4, the other one is in class 5. The school has spoiled completely. So my plan is to withdraw the children from the school.
So why have you, the youth, decided to stop the communal labor you were doing in the school?
We are tired of it. The government must do something for us now.
The school building is our major headache in this community. So our plan now is to erect a shed for the school children when they return from the COVID-19 break. This is because the building has become too dangerous now. If nothing is done about it, it can easily kill the children.
You want to construct a shed for the entire school after the COVID-19 break? Why?
Yes, because the district assembly has turned a deaf ear to our appeal for help. So we want to construct a shed to save the situation.
It is the 16th day of September 2022. And I am making yet another journey to the Kransang community. This would be my 3rd visit here. But there appears to be some sort of celebrations going on in the community today. I saw a procession of chiefs led by Akufo-Addo I, the chief of Kransang. He is in the company of other traditional rulers in the area. What was more curious was the fact that the crowd were heading towards the direction of the Kransang Presby School. What could be happening there? I was in a hurry to find out. Perhaps that is the reason the peoples were not in the old church building today. Some of the peoples also appear to be heading in the same direction. But I realized that the crowd was much bigger than I imagined, In fact, the entire Kransan community appears to be in attendance at this particular event. What was going on? And where are the teachers of the school? When I finally raised my head, I saw the reason for the gathering. The actual purpose for the unusual excitement in the Kransan community today became clear to me. Member of Parliament for the Suhum constituency, Kodwa Sante Boafo, has changed the story of education in the community for good. The new classroom block has been constructed at the same location where the dilapidated structure stood some 3 years ago. And in fact, had it not been a remnant of the old block still lurking around here, I couldn't have believed my eyes. Wow! I simply couldn't stop myself but to do a quick mental recollection of the old school block, particularly as I saw it in September 2020. It was the second journey to the community when the school children and their teachers had just returned from the COVID-19 break. At that time, the class 6, 4 and 5 pupils were stuck under a shed erected by the community people right at the spot. I interacted with Ofori Obed, a class 5 teacher and the assistant head teacher of the school.
It is very difficult for us right now. We were hoping that by the time we return from the COVID-19 break, authorities would have done something about the school block. Unfortunately, the situation is still the same. What is even worrying is the congestion in the classroom in spite of the COVID-19 disease. In fact, the situation is very tough for us here. The KG 1 and 2 people are kept under the shed over there. The class 1 and 2 people have also been combined inside the abandoned Church of Pentecost building at the other end of the community. When it rains, we cannot do anything here. We don't have any teaching and learning materials too, even if they were available. Where do we keep them? So the current situation is very dire.
Nti ye de kakra books e benya no na eno a ye de kire won kakra komi se aban so de the books de e be brain.
At the same time, the class 3 pupils were competing for space among liturgical devices inside the Apostolic Church building at the center of the village.
This is the Presby Church building because we don't have any place for them. The situation is very terrible for academic work. The children cannot even concentrate during contact hours. This is really affecting academic work.
Now madam we pia me madam we say esa problems no na bebre wa yenso ntama nkwala no kra desua no enkoso emayin e wa hase nkonya.
As for the issue with lack of desk, we have even lost count of the number of times we have complained to authorities about the situation. In fact, we are appealing to authorities to come to the aid of the people.
Books almost a curriculum up to now books back cram by your bread.
When you came here during the COVID-19 break, some NGOs were here to help the community. They were ready to construct the school block for the children. Unfortunately, the Suhum Municipal Assembly did not support the idea.
Municipal Assembly no amane na document e won ho start here the intimi to anamo eko MC ho o di fie krampo.
According to the MC, the school project was under Get Fund, and yet nothing has been done so far.
Project eka omo Get Fund project o ma be start inti ma NGO for no farm side enka Get Fund ba be see be 10 years kwa no be see situation say na be.
The question is, how long can we continue to risk the lives of our children in this structure?
Emma nkwala na chichafo yede ewa ha hwe nkwala bebi omoti esua de the same nkwala no omo bia na wa Accra omo bia na Kumasi eni nkuru akese no omo nyina atro the same examination. Now how can they compete with those in the cities? Intimistre aban no omanpen and MC say Cransine Presby primary no omo mede ombesi ema enimenimu ya na chichafo no so ma omo obi nwu ansa nkwala ni bi enwu ansa na anase atoyenchen bi insi e wa hansa no nwa bede nwa be si school dan.
And so today, what have the teachers got to say about the gesture by the MP?
Now, the issue of overcrowding and lack of desks are no more. Academic work will be greatly improved. This new block will really help us. Also, the authorities have promised to provide us with the teaching and learning materials as well.
It is a great news for us. This is because we were really suffering in the past. But now that the MP has been kind to us, it will actually increase our enrollment. Because of the condition of the former school block, most of the parents removed their children from the school. I think with the construction of the new block, the situation will change.
Da Costa and his colleague teachers are not the only ones excited about the new classroom block. It is great news for the school children in particular and their parents in general. This could be seen in the size of the crowd at the occasion. Authorities of the Suhum Municipal Education Office have also not absented themselves. They've all come to witness the commissioning of the 800,000 cedis project. Amen. The project commenced on 18 September 2021, taking approximately 1 year to complete. The 8-unit classroom block comprises of classrooms from kindergarten level to class 6, including staff common room, a head teacher's office, among others. What is significant is the fact that the facility would change the face of primary education from hopelessness to a more positive outlook. The children in this village can now be assured of being a part of the Sustainable Development Goal 4, which talks about quality education for all. The construction of the new classroom block would mean that books and other educational materials of the school children would no longer be at the mercy of the weather. Again, academic work would not be halted as a result of the rains.
In the past, academic work was always disrupted whenever there were rains. But now, I think this project will change the story completely. In fact, the school blog will even motivate the teachers to give up their best.
No wonder the traditional rulers in the area were full of appreciation for the unprecedented gesture by the MP. To show their gratitude, they decided to confer on the MP the title of a development chief for the area. When Mr. Kojo Asante finally delivered his speech at the podium, I concentrated on the faces of the school children. The look of joy and hope were to be expected because their long-term quest for a decent classroom block is finally over. Some of the school pupils and their teachers were already taking pictures of the MP. Among them was a familiar face of a class 5 pupil of the school, Bright Chate. On my second journey in September 2020, Bright was among many children from nearby communities who were trekking several kilometers to attend the school. And I still remember how some of the pupils had to carry plastic chair along the journey. This is because aside from the non-existent classroom block then, there was also the issue of inadequate desks for the pupils at the school. Thankfully, the new classroom block constructed by the MP have been filled with dual desks for the pupils. Bright is now in class 6 and he's very excited about this new classroom block constructed for the school by the Member of Parliament for Suhum, Mr. Akufo-Addo Asante. Bright tells me that the new classroom block will give them a safe and sound environment for academic work. Again, he's excited about the dual desks provided in the classrooms. He and his colleagues from nearby communities would no longer have to trek several kilometers with plastic chair on their heads to attend school. On the reason why he was taking pictures of the MP, Bright said it was his way of saying thank you to the MP for the kind gesture.
In the past, we could sometimes see reptiles in our classrooms during contact hours. Sometimes, we were forced to end classes because of the rains, so we thank the MP for building a new classroom block for.
Parents and wards in the community could also not hide their joy about the project.
I am asking all parents in this community to bring their children back to the school now because a new block has been provided. I'm so excited today. Now, I know that my children can have a better education here.
We thank the MP for the decision to construct the school for us. It will really help us.
The assemblyman for the area, Mr. Ransford Novo, who has been part of this documentary from day one, also had this to say about the prospect of education in his area now.
The benefit of this project will go beyond just this community. It will help the entire Kransang electoral area. So all the communities within the area will also have hope in their education. The children here can also have quality education as contained in the Sustainable Development Goals. Before now, children from the electoral area travel over long distances from their various communities to attend school.
Honorable Kweju Boafo Asante, just all drink.
So what exactly motivated the Member of Parliament to undertake the 800,000 Ghana cedis project?
The dilapidated nature of the old school building was very disheartening. I simply couldn't turn a blind eye to it. So the conditions of the school block and the plea by the residents pushed me to undertake this project.
Esun